What's up? What's up? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Joey365 with another episode of Real African Stars. We got a great show for you today. First things first, before we start, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram at Real African Stars, and also at Joey underscore Real Joey underscore 365. Please also make sure you leave a comment at the end of the video and let us know what you think about the stream. And with no further ado, let's go. And one more thing before we start, I just want to say that we're almost close to our goal of 1,000 subscribers. Thanks a lot. I want to thank the audience for subscribing to my channel and being an active participant. With no further ado, we got a great show for you today. We got a lot going on social media. We're just going to touch on a couple of interesting topics from the week and see how it goes. We got a great show for you today. Make sure you stay tuned and stay active. With no further ado, let's go to our first story of the week. And let's see here. We got a story here with this story was trending all on trending on social media for about, I think it's been trending for about a good 5 days now. A lot of people had a lot to say, and I'll give my commentary as well. I'm gonna play the video and tell us what you think. Let's play the video. This first story is a woman. I guess was interacting with a gentleman online, and he taken a liking to this young lady, and so he decided to send her $30 for lunch. And let's see what her reaction was when she received that $30. Let's go to the video and play the clip.
So today this dude wrote me on Instagram and he was like, can I send you money? Let me send you money for lunch. So I was like, okay. I wrote it back and I was like, send it. So he wrote me and was like, okay, what's your cash app? So I sent him the cash app. Yeah, I just knew I was going to open my cash app and I was going to have at least probably about $100. You get what I'm saying? Because like, I eat and that's how much I spend on my food. Yeah, I opened my cash app and this man sent me $30. Yeah. Yes, $30. And I'm just like, at first I'm like, damn, like, am I ungrateful? Like, am I fucked up? Like, feeling like, why the fuck would you send me $30? But then I had to ask people, and they was like, nah, because I'm like, $30 is not even half a tank in my car. Like, what the fuck you thought I was going to go to Chick-fil-A? Like, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what did you think I was going to eat? It's like, when I go and eat, I eat full course meals. Like I order a appetizer, a entree, and a dessert and a drink. That can't even get me 2 drinks. Like, what the fuck? And then this man had the audacity to write me back and say, let me get to know you. Why the fuck do you think I'm gonna let you get to know me and you just send me $30 for lunch? Is you dumb?
Oh man, that was quite interesting. It just goes to show you where we are in today's society, where you can't even do a nice gesture for a woman without there being a problem. This gentleman, it's not my style, but this gentleman reached out to her online in her DMs. I wouldn't do that, but yeah, and you seeing her reaction doesn't sound like somebody who's grateful. It's an extra $30. You could buy anything, but I think she took it a little too far where she said she eats a full course meal for lunch. Nobody does that. I think in my opinion, she didn't like the guy and she wanted to drag him, in my opinion. Seeing things like this, when guys see things like this, it makes you not want to go out of your way for a woman, which is unfortunate because we love to do things for women. You know what I mean? That's just that's what guys do. But it just goes to show that most people aren't appreciative. Just for the little things. That's just a little gesture the guy decided to do, and it just shows that she wasn't appreciative, and just goes to show a lot about her character. And yeah. Hopefully it works out for her in the end. But in my opinion, I don't think she liked the guy like that. So she decided to take advantage and just make a drag him online, which is unfortunate for him. Yeah. Guys out there, the best advice I can give you is don't try to holler at a girl in her DM. Most of the time they won't read it. They'll take their time to read it. They won't read it probably till like the next day or something like that, and then probably not respond. But she responded and decided to call him out on his quote unquote bullshit. I'm guessing that's what it is. But yeah, let's move on to the next story, man. That was interesting. It just goes to show the crazy things people are doing to sabotage their chances at a relationship. Let's go on to this next story. This next story is an ex-girlfriend sets an explosive gas canister on fire at her ex-boyfriend's front door. So she decided to set off a gas canister in front of her ex-boyfriend's door. Let's take a look at that clip and see how that went down. Let's go to the reaction room. There we go. Let's blow it up. Let's take a look. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that was the clip, folks. That was the clips. That was the clip of the young lady setting her ex-boyfriend's apartment door on fire. My thing is, if you're gonna do something like this, make sure there's no camera around. Make sure there's no camera in sight, because now this could be considered attempted murder. It could have been anything. They can really just throw the book at her for this action. In my opinion, I don't know how they broke up or how he ended up an ex boyfriend of hers, but some of us guys got to do a better job of selecting the people we decide to be in a relationship with. I don't know how we're going to go about doing that, because not everybody's going to basically tell you that they're crazy, This dating in America is crazy, and just in general, just trying to meet someone decent. But for this young lady, it seems that I don't know what this guy did to piss her off or want to blow off his door, but I feel for him. I feel for her, because she's going to jail, and they can always replace the door. So just pick who you decide to go in a relationship with. Just be smart about it. I don't know how you go about picking out the crazy people, because it seems today everybody's crazy, guys and girls. So, oh man, the dating world is in shambles, man. We're all trying to survive it. But let's move on to the next clip. Oh man, the things that we see on what is it called? The Ring cameras, man. The things that Ring cameras capture, it's unfathomable. I don't think people do a lot. They don't. I don't think a lot of people put a lot of thought into it when they're doing the actions that they're doing. For example, this Ring camera captures multiple guys leaving one apartment. It just shows how some people are moving out here in these streets. Let's take a look at the clip and give our opinion. Let's take a look at this clip and give our opinion. Here we go. Yeah, man, it just goes to show what kind of what's going out here in these streets, man. Let's see here. Yeah. As you can see, multiple guys going in and out of her apartment. I guess she really didn't take. She didn't consider that Ring camera at all when she when she had all these guys coming through the apartment, man. It just goes to show that some people are moving wild out here, man. Hopefully she's strapping up and staying safe out there because having multiple partners is kind of wild, man. Knowing what's out here in the dating world could catch anything. So just be vigilant. You can never know what kind of lifestyle these people are living. You can never tell, you know. All you can go by is what they tell you. Ring cameras definitely are not lying. So, yeah, just tread lightly. Let's move on to our next story here. This young woman says, truth hurts. Says chick explains why she can't be loyal to a dude with a shrimp pea. I'm guessing, hopefully everybody understands what pea means. I'm not going to go into details. You know, we're trying to host a PG-13 stream here. But she says she needs a mandingo to give her the full satisfaction. Let's take a look at what she has to say and give our commentary afterwards. Let's see here.
I just want y'all niggas to know, just because your meat is small, doesn't mean everybody else that I know that I have had intercourse with meat is small. Because I say 9+ inches is because that's what I used to in this coochie. Just because you got a little poom size meat, don't mean that everybody else has the same as you. Tell my son what type of coochie you got, the type that don't want yours. The type that don't want your meat in me. That little baby thing, what I supposed to do with that? I can't even bounce up on the thing. How I supposed to bounce up on it if it's too small? I like to bounce up on it. The fuck I supposed to bounce up on a piece of shrimp?
That's cold-blooded, man. That's cold-blooded. That is cold-blooded, man. It sucks out here. For guys, man, we there's a lot that we have to do just to satisfy majority of the women these days. Having a small dick is definitely not going to help you in the dating world, man. Because they do say they want the sixes, the big sixes. 6 figures, at least 6 inches. And what's that? What, 6 feet tall? Dating. Yeah, good luck, fellas. The competition out here is stiff, man. And the bar is high. But that was an interesting video. I'm sure a lot of women feel the same way, exactly how I've heard it plenty of times. Women say, oh, I need a man with a big dick, blah, blah. Yeah, we've heard it all. But yeah, let's move on to the next story. We have a video here. The next video is about traveling to Dubai. The ladies that travel to Dubai and get I'm pretty sure everybody, I'm not sure if everybody understands what goes on in Dubai, but hopefully this video gives us a little glimpse into the lifestyle of a IG model and their trips to Dubai. Here, let's roll this clip.
Everything about
Let me pause it and we will check this video out. Give me a second here. Here we go. Let's watch a little bit of this video. We're not going to play the entire thing. It's about 12 minutes long. I don't think we'll play the entire thing. We'll just skim through it here.
Dubai screams excess, from the heights of the tallest skyscraper in the world to the depths of the deepest underwater pool. But most of the glittering and effective lures that the UAE's tourism board has, villas. Content in this video is highly disturbing, so turn back now if you don't want to know the true reality of being an influencer in Dubai. Now, Dubai is known around the world for its cleanliness, both their public places as well as their people. If you take a walk around the sun-baked streets, you'll see it's clear of litter, migrant workers, and the other native citizens lower down the ladder who have to obey these laws, or else, as always, there's a whole left to explore. Well, it's no wonder they've been indulging in their darkest and most deranged fantasies yet. You can get an idea of where we're going from these messages sent to influencers who appeared in Love Island, a reality TV show in the UK. Tyne Lexi, a model from the show, woke up one day to see a weird DM from a man from Dubai. He offered her £20,000 for dinner and some drinks. You can understand what the implications were there. She was only 19 at the time of the message. A couple years later, after she'd been on Love Island, an agency which said they represented a client in Dubai offered her £50,000 for 5 nights in the city. Included in the offer was a non-disclosure agreement, a common practice in this new wave of propositioning in sex tourism. Tyne Lexi then stated that she refused both of the offers. Another Love Island star, Rosie Williams, was offered £100,000 per year for being the companion of a man from Dubai. Along with the cash came the promise that he would take her shopping whenever she wanted and foot the bill for her handbags and clothing. It happens all the time. The same article describing these cases talks about the countless anonymous tips and stories of similar things happening to other social media models. It just doesn't get talked about. Either the women refuse and don't mention it, or they accept and they're too embarrassed or under agreement of silence. You see, most of the influencers that come to Dubai go for the same reason they do anything else: brand deals. Brand deals are the currency which fuels the whole industry. Influencers are only as valuable as the amount of people they can convince to buy your product. So when company wants, and you can get a picture that there was more to this than simple marketing. It didn't. In this case, they were probably building up a relationship with the UAE's Tourism Council, and the will be expected of them once they get there. Whatever they can say to convince them to go for modeling work or some other cover. For the greedy and the desperate that take the offer, they're transported to a different world. And here is where it gets very graphic. You see, this sort of thing isn't just happening in Dubai. It's happening all over America, where people find themselves the victims of abuse by powerful, predatory people at the head of organizations all across the states. And if you've ever experienced hardship at the hands of those running these powerful companies and organizations, pursuing legal action might be your best option to achieve justice. But the problem for most people, like many of those examples, offering from that law firm fighting for you for $0 kids, take action to protect your rights. With very hard evidence, besides a few disgusting videos, but the ludicrous amounts of different sources, the explicit details and the embarrassing and secretive nature of the industry makes it incredibly likely they're true. The most circulated story was told by one Twitter user in a thread of tweets, recounting a conversation they had with one of these models who had been duped and coerced into it. The woman involved described meeting a rich and handsome Emirati businessman on a private flight, who convinced her to come to Dubai with him. Once they were there, they spent time on dates, saw the sights, and did other touristy stuff. But a few days into the trip, he tells her to dress up fancy and drives her to a villa on the outskirts of town, miles from any other houses. Inside are a collection of older, wealthy men, with more women her age. Everything seemed kind of normal, if a little sketchy on the first date there. But at 2 a.m. that night, she was awoken by an attendant coming to get her for games. When she came downstairs, she was greeted by a large room full of sex toys and buckets. The other women were there. Some of them looked nervous, whilst the men were calmly waiting. The women were made to strip. Then one of the men pulled down their pants and defecated into the bucket. For the next 2 days, they all engaged in sexual acts, often involving the use or consumption of what is in the bucket. Obviously, lots of these women wanted to leave immediately, but they had been promised $50,000 if they lasted the 2 days. On top of that, if they left, they would be without their personal belongings in the middle of nowhere in a very foreign country. So nearly all of them chose to stay. It's stories like these that give a glimpse into the true reality of being an influencer or a model in Dubai. It's in stark contrast to the clean, idyllic pictures you see on their feeds.
Oh, hell nah. God, that's disgusting. Yeah. So they're defecating in buckets and having people eat it or drink it. Oh my God, that's disgusting. What people would do for money is crazy. It's easier to say. A lot of people say, "Oh, I'll never do that," but it's easier to say when you see $100,000 on the table and you're living paycheck to paycheck, and your tune. Most people's tune would definitely change. It's crazy what people would do for money. It just goes to show not everybody that goes to Dubai are going for a pleasant trip. It's I can't fathom. But I've heard stories like that. People getting pissed on, having sex with animals just to just to be in the presence of powerful men and for money. Hopefully you're never in that situation where you're that desperate to go to Dubai and get shitted on or get pissed on for money. And that's a wild, crazy story. But we know these things happen, and it's crazy. Yeah, let's move on to the next story. This story I've seen in the past. We have a young man, a quote unquote stepfather that doesn't want. Okay, how do I frame this? All right, we have a stepfather that won't allow the biological father to see his son. I was really troubled by this clip, but let's watch this clip and give our commentary and see what you think. You see what you think. Oh man.
Son now.
Okay.
This is my son now. You ain't been here.
You need to leave.
You ain't been here. This is my son now. Come on, Keisha.
You making yourself look bad right now. You making yourself look bad right now.
Nigga, you gotta think that look bad. My son, you doing it in front of your son. But you doing it in front of him though. Come holler at y'all. What's up? What's up? Bro. Hey, King. Nigga, you ain't been here. What you mean? Who the bitch at me? You ain't been here.
You tripping. You come up here after how long? After how long? This is crazy. He barely remembers you.
He said, what's up to me? You know what? God, you're not taking anything out of y'all. I promise you that.
You're not doing this to him. You're not doing this to him. Leave.
You tripping, what? Hey, that boy know who been here for him, and you ain't been here for him. Hey, King. You call it what you want. You come down here. Hey, King. Hey, wait, come on. Hey, come down here.
You making this worse.
Boy, you tripping. Come down here. Birthday, what? Real, what? Hey, what? That's my son now. Go back to wherever you was at. For real. Go back to wherever you was at. Every time we come over here with this, go back to where you was at. Go back to where you was at. You got really do this here on my son's birthday. Huh? Nah. He talking to me. She talking to me. She not your baby no more. She not your baby no more, and Kay not your baby no more. I got both your babies now. I got both your babies now, nigga. Well, you know I got the bread, boy. Well, you know I got the bread, boy.
That's crazy. That's crazy, people. As you can see, the father was trying to see his son for his birthday. The stepfather stepped in and says, "This is my son now." That's wild. In my opinion, I just think that at least you see the father, whether he's been there, he's not been there, at least he's making an effort to try to do something nice for his son. I think the stepfather was way out of line. In this situation. And I don't think he should be involved. Even though he has been taking care of the kid, good for him. That's what he decided to do. But at least let the father see his kid. That's not your kid, sir. I don't know what to tell you. That's not your kid. No matter how you slice it, that's not your son. So, The dad really, I don't know what kind of relationship they've had in the past, but hopefully he can get that together, and hopefully he's able to see his son. And the stepdad needs to step the hell out the way and mind his business, in my opinion. But let's move on to the next story here. Oh man, we have a lot of stories here. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Yeah. Give me 1 second. All right. Our next video here, we have a chick explains female logic when it comes to making a good man wait for sex versus the one night stand with a man that she doesn't really have feelings for like that. Hopefully this makes sense to me because it's kind of crazy. Let's look at that clip. Let's take a look at the clip and give our opinion. Let's take a look at this clip and I can give our opinion.
To a whack dude before and then make a good guy wait. I don't think that you're trying to make the good guy wait. I think that you want him to see the value in you. Sometimes I'm like, all right, if I give it to him too soon, he's gonna think, like I'm not a good girl, or there's no, like, I'm just a quick, easy F or whatever. And I think that's sometimes what women will do. They'll make the guy that they really like wait longer because that's who they really like see potential in. I might see a husband in you, and just like men like see certain women like, oh, she's wifey material, or she's just somebody I'm gonna smash. I think women are able to do that as well. Like, he's got a lot of good qualities. He got some good stuff going for himself. I'm gonna just, let me see how it goes. Let me make him wait for it, and then, hopefully you guys can build on the relationship more instead of just the sexual, and then it can blossom into something else.
Women don't want to be confused by the sex, and they actually want to get to know, is this a good dude? Like, should I continue down this road? Because with some people, like, the sex can cloud your judgment on what a person is or what they could be, So I would think that may have something to do with it as far as waiting.
I think that's a good example too. That's real.
That is total bullshit. Imagine making another man pay full price what you're giving away for free. That's what this boils down to. You're giving your body away, but you want one man to cherish it. Give me a second here, folks. I'm trying to get some things cleared off my screen here. Yeah. Imagine making one man wait for sex, but giving it freely to the man you really don't care about. How does that make sense? Like, you want the one that you want to spend the rest of your life with to value you while you give your body away freely to the ones who aren't worthy. That doesn't even make any sense. But somehow it makes sense in their heads. And hopefully they're able to find relationships. This is why it's so dangerous out here for men to get in relationships, because for all we know, we're just going by what we're told. Like, hey, I meet you, you meet me, we get in a relationship, but you're going to make me wait 3 months to have sex with you while you let another guy have sex with you on the first night. And I'm supposed to see value in you, That's the crazy part about dating. And that's going on every day, but not a lot of people talk about it. We're talking about it today. It's just crazy, the hypocrisy, You want me to see value in you, but you're giving yourself freely to everybody, willy-nilly. You know what I mean? Willy-nilly, if that's a word. But yeah. It doesn't make sense to me, but it makes sense to apparently them. So tread lightly out here, guys. Just be careful and don't be a sucker. That's all I have to say. Don't be that sucker. But yeah. Let's take a look at this next clip. Let's see what the next clip here is. Let's take a look here. Yeah, that's a good segue to our next clip here. It just goes to show the attention. A lot of people are just out here for attention. Actually, you know what? Let me go here. Let me segue to this. Okay. It says this chick reveals how the majority of women handle men that they'll never admit to. Okay, it says, okay, I read that wrong. Okay, it's Cole's. This chick reveals how the majority of women handle men. Basically, I think I've seen the clip. Let me give you a quick rundown. She explains basically how women just settle for their husbands. But let's watch what she has to say. Well, it'll give you the full clarity of what's going on. Let's just watch the clip and give our feedback afterwards.
I have girlfriends in marriages right now who have settled with the nice, safe, secure guy we weren't all that attracted to. We didn't really want that much. We didn't have any chemistry with. We had meh sex with because we had to. Because the guy we actually felt passion and chemistry for doesn't want us. Or makes us so emotionally unhinged and erratic that we can't look ourselves in the mirror anymore. Normally, those guys that we settle for don't make it happen. To us, it's like, well, damn, if you're putting up with it, okay, cool, you're still here, cool. When you want to go, that's fine, but in the meantime, I got no one else, you're here to give it, cool, I accept. But my God, I see how pathetic you are, and I will definitely use that to my advantage. He'd leave you in a heartbeat if someone better came along.
She will leave you in a heartbeat when someone else better comes along. It just goes to explain why majority of divorces happen. A lot of women settle for men they're really not attracted to, really don't have feelings for, but they understand that they want the party, they want the wedding, they want the big wedding. You know, they want to fulfill their little girl fantasies, and they go ahead and put themselves in these marriages. And you see why majority of these marriages fail, because the woman eventually gets tired of the situation and wants out. And as she's leaving, she'll take party and gifts along as well. But yeah, that's why it's so dangerous out here. A lot of men are like, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? When you have women out here saying things like this, which is the truth. They should. I'm glad she's saying it because it needs to be said. But a lot of marriages are just exactly the way she explained it. Just miserable. No sex. Some people don't even have sex. Some men have sex twice a year. That's crazy to me. I'm going to work, sacrificing for my family, and I'm not having, like, come on. That's a prison in itself, you know. But hopefully that works out for this young lady. Hopefully she finds somebody that makes her kitty cat tingle, you know. But I wish her the best. Man, it's crazy out here. Oh man, our next video is about a pastor addressing his congregation. Let's take a look. Let's see what the pastor has to say, and let's give our commentary.
It's me. So let me set order. If you came to this church and you think I'm your husband, unthink it. So let's calm that down. Look at your neighbor and say, calm all that down. Calm all. We don't do that foolishness here. You should be glad you got a pastor with some integrity. We don't do that stuff here. Alright? This is a very serious announcement. If you have joined this church because you think you're going to marry me, this needs to be your last Sunday. We don't do that here. I don't run through the women. We don't do that here. So I have to say this because unfortunately we've had several situations with several individuals who have made it clear to several of our leaders that they felt God led them here to be a spouse to me. I can tell you that is a lie. Second order of business, we had an individual call the church. I don't know this person. They said they were upset because they had been in a relationship with me for an extended period of time via email, and I suddenly stopped reaching out to them. Well, that's because you were never talking to me in the first place. So to whoever that was, I'm sorry that you went through this tragedy, but that's not our fault. And I would pray that you would be less gullible in the days ahead. But I assure you that if you push this any further, we will legally take action with great prejudice. So go ahead and let it die. Repent and go find a real human. So we're not going to do none of this foolishness because you was talking to a fake page thinking it's me. So let me set order. If you came to this...
Oh man, Pastor had a lot to say right there, man. He's keeping it holy. Yeah. Pastor had a lot to say right there, and in my opinion, I think he's correct by addressing this in the church. You do have a lot of women that have a thing for a pastor because he's a powerful man. Some people perceive him to be next to God, and that's a powerful thing. But it's good to see that he came out and addressed this, because you do see a lot of pastors. They will be susceptible to some of the women in their congregation, take advantage and sleep with them. This is a common thing. They're exposed every day. But it's good to see a pastor actually stepping up and taking charge of his church and addressing issues that do come up, like this one. Yeah. That was pretty interesting. For our final video that we're reviewing today, this video here, let's see here, give me a second, is of this one of my favorite shows back in the day, which is 90 Day Fiance. We have a man named Michael who's from Nigeria. He met this young lady here on the internet called Angela, and they fell in love on the internet. And Michael has been trying to get his green card for years to try to come to the United States, and it seemed that they finally granted his green card, and he finally made it to the United States. But when he came, apparently him and Angela got into it, and according to the clips that we've seen in several episodes of the show, Angela was very abusive towards Michael emotionally. I think in some cases, I don't know. Don't quote me here, but I think I saw an episode where she was very abusive. So basically, when he came to America, apparently the abuse continued. So Michael ran away, and he was nowhere to be found. So Angela has been looking for him, and finally Michael's whereabouts were found, and that's what this clip is about. Let's take a look at the clip and give our commentary. Let's play this clip and give our commentary.
Come to America. He literally booted out on his wife Angela. So let me tell you guys what's happening, because it is wild. If you guys keep up with the 90 Day Fiance shows, you know exactly who Angela and Michael are. They dated on and off for 7 years. They together was on like 7 seasons of the show. It literally took forever for him to be approved for the spousal visa, but he finally got it. And on December 22nd, 2023, he finally made it to the United States. Now, since he made it to America in late December, they have traveled a good bit. They went to California, they went to Florida, they went to New York, they were in Vegas not too long ago. So they've been living kind of like the high life for the past few weeks. All that changed this past Friday. This past Friday, on February 23rd, Michael went missing. Angela left to go to the store to get cigarettes and lunch for her grandchildren, and while she was gone, Michael left. She came back, and the kids were there by themselves. Michael was there with Angela's grandchildren, and the oldest one was like 7 years old. And he left the kids by themselves, which was one of the reasons why Angela thought that he did not just leave. Another reason why she thought something had actually happened and he did not just walk out on his own was because he left everything behind. He left his ID, his passport, his wallet, his money, his bank card, his cell phone, everything he left behind. So of course Angela was like, no, if you want to just leave, he at least would have brought his passport, his ID, his money, something, right? Well, he brought nothing. Angela contacted her good friend, John Yates, and he drove straight down to Hazelhurst to be with his friend. She also went to the police department and reported him missing. So the police department launched an investigation. They reported him missing. They put out a bolo, and they started this investigation to look for Michael. Earlier today, on the 26th, John Yates, he used his YouTube channel to spread awareness about the fact that Michael was missing. When John went live on YouTube, he told everybody exactly what was happening, that Angela came home and Michael was gone. Now, there were some people in the comments that was like, yeah, we knew this was going to happen. He booted out on you, girlfriend, like he's not coming back. Other people was like, well, we don't blame him for leaving. Like, we saw the way that you treated him, all this and that, right? But Angela and her friend Johnny Yates, they stood firm that he did not just leave on his own free will, that something had happened. Well, you guys, about 30 minutes after Johnny Yates wrapped that YouTube video, Angela received a call from her local police department telling her that they heard from Michael and he was fine. That he called them to tell them, listen, I'm okay. I had to leave because I was being severely abused by my wife. Now, after that, Johnny Yates or Angela One received a text message or something. Johnny Yates read it on his channel, where basically the person was saying Michael left because he was fearful for his life. Angela abused him. Johnny Yates told us that the
Yeah. This is not the first time Angela has done this. There's various videos of Angela spazzing out on Michael. I have one here. Let me pull it up. Here's a video.
Calm down. You have a terrible nose. Why can't you trust me either? I can't trust you because you trust them all.
So this is basically what Michael has been going through for years, and I'm not surprised why he ran away. I would have ran away too the first week with Angela. Who can? I don't know a man that can be in this situation and be okay with it. I'm glad that Michael's gone. He's made it. He made it to America, and he's a free man. He's free from the recession. Oh man, but yeah. On a serious note, I'm happy for him. He made it to America. He's safe, and he's out of the claws of evil Angela. I'm glad he made it, and yeah. That will do it for our show today. I want to thank everybody for watching. Wait on our next episode. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to our channel, or subscribe to my channel, and look forward to the next one. Like I said, our goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It looks like we're gonna reach that goal here shortly, and I'm excited. But we're looking forward to the year, and and we're out.